Hello everyone, and today we have for repair GTX 1070, and let's open it up. Okay. Oh, beautiful. We have a letter over here, and let's start from our letter. Thank you for taking a look at this GTX 1070 Founders GPU. The card original problem was no video output. The fan ran and also the LED on top. I did not feel any heat from the card. After a beat, the card stopped working completely, and the card did feel warm, almost hot. But I think that was because the fan and LED stopped. Please let me know what you think. I enjoy your videos on how you troubleshoot the card. He definitely meant cards. I'm not that good in car repairs. Please contact me by email or phone. Thank you again, Tony Marcello. And what we always do over here, we confirm a problem. But look at that. That's actually the most beautiful reference card what I've seen so long so far. Look at those triangle shapes. I have a feeling like I want to really fix in it. So yeah, let's confirm our problem. It has a very comfortable 8 pins and our HDMI port. So long so far. Let's just double check, make sure. Yeah, everything plugged in. Let's turn it on. Our postcodes. How we can see, it doesn't bypass our BIOS passcode, and nothing on the screen, and fan is not spinning. Before we jump measuring all our powers, let's talk a little bit what are the common issues on those graphic cards. The first pretty common issue is with our 12-volt phase. Now we can see we have our coils in a parallel, and what it looks for me, those coils, they can't really handle that much current, and they just burn out and create a short. Another common issue on those graphic cards is with our memory phase. Somewhere in this area or behind a motherboard, it creates a blast, and yeah, after all, it creates a short, and we are dealing either with a trace connection between inside of a motherboard. Either it all depends how you get lucky. Sometimes it takes a chip out, sometimes it takes the memory out, sometimes it takes both of them. I don't think that's something in our case, because I don't see any burns or physical damage. Let's just be skeptical about those two phases in our measurings. And yeah, let's start our... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here you go. And let's start from our main powers, and the closest one we have our minus, and the closest one we have our 5 volts. 3.3 volts we have. One of our 12-volt phases we have. Another 12-volt phase we have, and here we have 0.2 volts. In any case, this power doesn't work for us. We will be back to that phase. Let's just keep measuring. On our chip we have 0, on our memory we have 0, on our PCI Express we have 0. Let's go to our resistance mode, and I haven't had that much 1070s for repair, but what I'm thinking is this phase is our 1.8 volt phase, and we should have a kilo ohms over here. And we have a short. Because in our tools we have also around an ohm or half ohm. So we have a short on that phase, and that's pretty pitiful, because those 1.8 volt they go straight to a chip. Let's just go other main phases on our chip. Well, we won't be able to tell from resistance on a chip is it good or bad, because those chips, they're really powerful, and it's literally like so ohmless, if I can say it this way, so we won't be able, even this might be a good resistance for those chips. Let's go to our memory, and we have about 30 ohms. How I said, I haven't had that much 1070s in this build for repair, but if my memory isn't lying me, for those 1070s should be about 100 ohms. So that also looks really suspicious for me. In my room right now it's pretty cold, so I can definitely feel any changes. Motherboard is pretty cold, but chip is warming up. Yeah, now I feel it. Now I definitely feel it. Unfortunately, in our case, now I can definitely say that chip needs to be replaced, and the problem on this graphic card is a chip. I have to talk to a customer first, because and see what he wants to do, because those chips they're not that really cheap. Yes, I already took a chip out, and let's test it out our face. On this phase our resistance should definitely go up, and we should have around a kilo ohm, and we have a 930 ohms, what can make us happy. Unfortunately, we don't really have that much happiness over here, because when we check our powers, when I started checking powers, yes, we have 0.8 volts, we have 1 volt on our PCI, on our PLL we have 1.8, and that's a good thing that we started having this power. But then on the memory we have a 0, and that's not a good sign, because yes, I've seen cards after pulling a chip, memory power doesn't go up, but at least we should have an impulse. Here is just 0, nothing, no impulses, or no low voltage, or nothing. And that's making me even more thinking than those 30 ohms what we have here. Definitely not. I'll try to figure out what the correct resistance on this phase, but how I said, should be about 100 ohms, but I'll try to figure it out. Then how you can see, here is no key. This chip contains not just one key, it contains a top and a lower shoulder. I was hoping that lower shoulder creates this lower resistance, because there is no gate for this chip. That's a 3960. And after removing the chip, we are still having 30 ohms on this phase. Well, today I got a new box with a graphic card for diagnostic, and I decided to open it together. I'll show you the reason why in a second. This card came to me from Iraq, so that was a pretty long road. And when I opened it, I had a feeling like I don't want to leave, because it came to me exactly like you see right now. I knew it's gonna come disassembled, but this is really heavy thing. This is like yes, still aluminum, not a copper, but this is pretty heavy. And between our graphic card and heatsink napkin, I understand better something than nothing, but okay, let's have a look on our graphic card, because most important is to see our crystal, if it got damaged or something. Okay. I actually already see a scuff on a crystal. I don't know if it's gonna be seen on the camera, but let me see. Let me just focus. But I can definitely see right on this corner there is a, like, you see it's straight over here, but it's not straight on this corner. I can already see the crystal is kind of cracked, and there is a pretty good scratch on it as well. Okay, let's keep looking. What else we have here? Oh, that's capacitor. You see? That's a capacitor. That's capacitors laying around in a box. So that's a good example how to do not send a graphic card for diagnostic or repair. Now let me see on the back of it. Oh yeah, definitely. Here's a missing caps. Everything got damaged. That's this 1070 Ti, and how we can see it has same exact build as our previous card. The only difference is it has additional more 2 phases for a GPU, but other than that everything looks fine. I already had a look on it. I already put all our broken capacitors and had a look on this card, and what I diagnosed is there also chip is out. And the reason why I think so, I'll show you. How we can see, we have our memory 1.5, we have our PCI 1 volt, we have our 1.8 PLL, and we have our chip 0.8 volts. So all main powers are present, but we are still not bypassing to our BIOS postcode. And I already reinstalled our BIOS flash and didn't help either. Everything what it looks, chip is out. Plus, how I said, there is not a huge chunk of crystal missing, but still here is definitely crack on this corner. I'm gonna contact customer and see what the story about this graphic card, but I don't think it will help. But talking about our 1070, let's check what resistance we should have. Ta-da! It's suppose here we have around 70-80 ohms we should have on this phase. Now we can definitely say that on our 1070 not just a chip went out, but a memory also. This video is gonna be more for diagnostic, but second part is gonna be more for repair. I'm waiting for a chip. Once I receive a chip, I'm gonna replace any memory and a chip.